A three-time cancer survivor and Jacksonville personality celebrates another year of fighting breast cancer a mile at a time. Reporter Blake Allen has her story.
Chances are, if you live in North Florida, you're familiar with the 26.2 with Donna. After all, the event is about as Jacksonville as the Main Street Bridge, or of course, the Jaguars. The 26.2 with Donna is a marathon created by one of Jacksonville's most popular figures and three-time breast cancer survivor. From her tragic experience came something that is helping so many.
My name is Donna Deegan, and I am the CEO, the Chief Eternal Optimist at the Donna Foundation and 26.2 with Donna.
Donna is also a former television news anchor at First Coast News and is the wife of current FCN Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan. During her busy news career came a cancer diagnosis that would positively affect the breast cancer community of Jacksonville.
I was first diagnosed in 1999. My thought was, I'm busy, I don't have time for this. I'm gonna get this out of me and have these treatments and move on. And that's really was my main thought. And it wasn't until I was diagnosed again less than 3 years later when I went, this could be a problem. And it's after that second diagnosis that I actually decided to start the Donna Foundation.
The Donna Foundation is celebrating its 13th year, helping those living with breast cancer make ends meet while going through the expensive treatments. Although the marathon is currently the major fundraiser for the foundation, it wasn't always this way.
Well, I'm passionate about running, and I'm especially passionate about distance running. And so for me, the whole idea of raising money with my legs made a lot of sense. And then one day I ran into Jeff Galloway at the River Run Expo. And he has trained hundreds of thousands of people how to run a marathon, from the couch to run a marathon. And he said, have you ever thought of helping to train somebody else to run a marathon? I'm like, I love that idea. And he said, well, why don't we do that and raise money for your foundation? So I threw it out on the air, and the very first year we had 86 people that decided to train with us, and we raised over $100,000.
Not only would this new partnership between Donna and Jeff raise money for the Donna Foundation, it would also be the beginning for the nation's only breast cancer marathon.
There's something that really resonates with me about the marathon as compared to going through a difficult experience like going through cancer. It's very similar, the whole mindset of going through a long race where there are points at which you feel like you can't continue, and then you get to the end and you're like, yes, I did it, And it's very much the way you feel when you finish chemotherapy and radiation. You feel so victorious that you've actually gotten through it. And so I thought this would be something that would not only resonate with breast cancer survivors, but just with people who like the idea of running for a purpose bigger than themselves. And so we started to put the race together. We went to the Mayo Clinic, because my doctor was at the Mayo Clinic, one of the top breast cancer researchers in the world, and also a runner. And I said, what do you think about starting our own marathon? She said, I'd love it. I love it. Great idea. So she and I and Jeff went to Mayo. And we said, what do you guys think? We'd like to raise money both for research here and for the Donna Foundation for the underserved. And they said yes. And so we spent 2 years actually putting it all together. And then in 2008 launched our first race.
But the 26.2 with Donna isn't your average race for the cure. 100% of proceeds from this marathon go entirely to finding the cure and to people living with breast cancer. The Donna Foundation and the 26.2 with Donna are making great strides in helping women and in breast cancer research. Since it began in 2008, the 26.2 with Donna has contributed more than $4 million to the fight against breast cancer.
Our mission is to passionately produce world-class events that empower women living with breast cancer and provide us with an end to the disease. That's really what our mission is. And I believe we have made incredible progress on both fronts. We have helped approaching now 10,000 women through the Donna Foundation. Mayo researchers have been able to unravel the genes that cause breast cancer to the point where we are now targeting therapies that we never even knew were possible before. One of those being a brand new vaccine for a very difficult type of breast cancer for which we've had no good treatment. So those things wouldn't have happened without our little race. And it makes me very proud.
Just last year, CNN chose the 26.2 with Donna as one of 7 marathons worth the trip, and Women's Running magazine readers chose it as their favorite charity race. For more information on the 26.2 with Donna, visit breastcancermarathon.com.
The annual 26.2 Marathon with Donna brings a variety of supporters for breast cancer awareness, including survivors themselves. A recent victim of the disease fought alongside her boyfriend in more ways than one this Valentine's Day.
A local survivor of breast cancer runs her goal time in the 26.2 with Donna with her significant other on Valentine's Day. Her boyfriend had run the race before, but this year it hit home.
Well, it became personal this year. My girlfriend was diagnosed with breast cancer in August. We had already scheduled to run another marathon in the state, but with all of the doctor's visits and things like that, not knowing what was going to happen, we decided to cancel that and run the Donna. I ran the inaugural marathon in 2008. That was my first marathon. Okay. But this was her first, and it could be her only, but you know, it was an accomplishment.
Even with hospital stays, doctor visits, and several different types of treatment, Darren still talks about how much of a fighter he believes his girlfriend is.
You know, with going through all the treatments and stuff like that, and she trained all throughout her radiation, and so I ran with her. I helped pace her to finish the marathon because that's what she wanted to do, and that was the end of her breast cancer journey. She's just finished her radiation the Thursday before the marathon, and you know, it was great. It was an amazing experience for her, and it was just great to be there and be part of it. We went across the finish line with her arms raised, you know, it's a victory, and it was amazing. You know, we're so happy for her. She wanted to get under 6 hours, and we got her there in under 6 hours, and then it you know, I've run a lot faster than that, but it doesn't matter that day. It was for her. It's just a great cause for, you know, there's not only breast cancer, any cancer is a horrible disease. And to put it in the spotlight, and this is the only breast cancer marathon there is. So it's the main fundraiser, and Donna does an amazing job. It's personal now. So you're always going to have that story from then on. So of course I'll be involved from now on.
The 26.2 Marathon with Donna has become an annual fundraiser for Darren and his girlfriend, and they plan to attend for years to come.
From start to finish, most of the attention at the 26.2 with Donna is on the runners and breast cancer survivors. But what about the people behind the scenes? 2,000 volunteers woke early to staff the runners' village, refreshment stations, and finish line. Reporter Nick Blank is at the race.
I'm Nick Blank here at the 26.2 Marathon with Donna. I talked to some volunteers like these folks here, and not only do they serve refreshments and give encouragement to the runners, but they also share with me some of their stories as well.
Dee Ryder is the organizer for volunteers in the Atlantic Beach area during the marathon. Her refreshment station is near the midpoint of the race, where the majority of runners started to tire. The cause is personal for Ryder because she's beaten breast cancer twice.
This is the 9th annual event. In fact, I decided I was going to be involved in some way or another because I'd had breast cancer once at that point, and I've had it again since then.
Ryder is hopeful about the marathon's efforts to end breast cancer.
There's a lot of support for people who have cancer, whether it's breast cancer or other types, and that there's hope because they use the money for research and to help women who are going through breast cancer who have financial issues.
Jacksonville native Brian Laughlin is a 4-time runner of the Donna Marathon. Although he didn't run the race this year, he contributed by handing out medals.
I've run this race 4 times, and I just want to give back this year, and I really feel connected to this race being local here in Jacksonville.
He appreciated the runners' efforts since he had known the feeling before.
Particularly at the finish line, I love seeing the accomplishment, the smiles on the faces of everyone when you hand them the medal.
After the race, Mitzi Saul gives refreshment to runners. Saul volunteered at the marathon because of her work at a local hospital.
But I work at Community Hospice in Northeast Florida, and we take care of women and men that have breast cancer, and it's just a horrific disease, and we ought to get rid of it by now.
Although her task wasn't complicated, she enjoys watching the runners and helping them out.
I meet lots of people when I do this. This is my 2nd year volunteering, and it's just wonderful. They're young and old. Enthusiasm is all over the place. I love it.
The Donna Foundation says 2,000 volunteers are needed to assist in a variety of pre-race and race day activities. Volunteers receive snacks, free parking, and a free t-shirt. You can find out more information at breastcancermarathon.com/volunteer.
Thousands of runners came together on this chilly morning in Ponte Vedra Beach to run for a cure rather than a finish line. The National Marathon to End Breast Cancer, known as the 26.2 with Donna, is the only marathon in the country committed to breast cancer research and patient care. Reporter Mark Judson is at the scene to tell us what brought runners from around the world to the First Coast.
We're here at Runners Village, where thousands of people have just finished the 26.2 with Donna. But for many individuals today, the 26 miles was not the furthest they've come. We spoke to them about their journey.
I came from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm running it to end breast cancer. It's a great marathon, great cause, and it's in Florida. It's awesome. Great weather.
Donna Deegan, the founder of the race, is a 3-time breast cancer survivor. Her experiences helped her understand the financial burden that comes with fighting the disease. This race and its supporting organization, the Donna Foundation, raise money for breast cancer research at the Mayo Clinic. Funds are also donated to individuals and families who face financial burdens during treatment. These causes help set the 26.2 with Donna apart from other marathons and attract the attention of runners worldwide.
I'm from Germany, from Berlin, Germany.
Leonard is an exchange student spending 10 months in the U.S. He got involved with a nonprofit called Marathon High that builds positive futures for teens by providing them with training to run marathons. He told us about his favorite part of the race and how it's changed him moving forward.
The part where you run at the street, in the street that's at the beach, and you see all those big beach houses, and you can see the beach. That was really cool. That was my favorite part. No, but I think when I'm back in Germany, my mother, she runs a lot of those things, and I think I will start running with her now, because it's actually really fun. And
If you want to learn more about the Donna Foundation or the 26.2 with Donna, you can go to donnahickenfoundation.org to learn how you can make a difference.